Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. Like I say, that I'm going to do a reading on Donald Trump's emergency, his health. This is, I think, my third video or something. I lose track of videos about Donald Trump's health. It's about an emergency he had about his health in China. So I'm going to do some diving into Trump's health in China and about his health and everything, what's going on. I saw the video people doing tarot readings, so I wanted to go through mine and see what it says. This is entertainment purposes only. So you see his bruises on his hands with the makeup. Is it really as bad as they say? Please tell me, is Trump's hands really as bad as it looks like? You know, it has bruises like black and blue. I know when you get older, you bruise very easily. Like if you fall or whatever, you get bruises easily. Some people bruise more easy than other people. So please tell me, is it bruising? Is he bruising very easily? Is it getting, you know, please, bruises. Is he having bruises? Please tell me. And I'll also do oracle cards because I like them. So I'm gonna do that. Is he bruising easily? You know, because like I said, when you get older, you bruise easily. So I'll do a bunch of cards. In the past, oh, doesn't look too good for him right now. In the past. Do this, and I'll do a couple of my oracle cards. Please tell me, it's hard to shuffle, can be a pain in the ass. And like I said, entertainment purposes, I'll do two cards, oracles. All right. His health is bad. It's changing. His hand is getting bad. Maybe he doesn't have enough circulation in his blood, and that's why he's bruising. Bruising, and it's getting worse. You know, the blood probably flow in his hand that's making it black and blue. Is getting worse. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. Um, and he feels people are going to judge him. Like, why is he bruising very easily? Why does it hurt him that he has to go through this? You know, at his age, he feels like he can't do anything wrong. You know, he has to clear boundaries. Like he can't. He feels like he has to set boundaries. Like he doesn't want people to know that he's getting more bruising easily. He doesn't want people to know that. He wants people to be in the dark, like pretend it's not happening to him. He wants to be like wear what it what is it called? Glasses, warm rim glasses or something like that. He has to do boundaries. Like I don't want people to know that I'm getting old and getting injured and stuff. He doesn't want that. He feels people will judge him with his hands, being black and blue. He's afraid people are gonna tattle on him. The people will tell on him, his staff or people that he knows. He's afraid that people will find out about him and don't want him to be the president of the United States. They don't want someone who's not in good shape. They don't want that. They feel like he's going to be judged. Also, he feels like you will not fear stop. He wants to not stop at any time soon. His becoming president. He doesn't want to stop. He feels like he doesn't want to let go. He doesn't want to stop being the president. He fears there's going to be money loss if they find out that his black and blue marks. He feels like people will find out that he's worried that people will judge him, basically, of his health is deteriorating and he's not getting better. So he's insecure. He's worried people will find out and won't want him president as much. And he's deception. He's very deception. He's lying about his health. He's not telling the truth. The people around him is lying. Um, his self-expression, and he's doing hazardous actions. He's saying the bad things. He's falling. I'm gonna look about his falling too. He's acting. Not the like he's a 10-year-old. He's not acting like an adult anymore. Um, and he wants to creative opportunities. He wants to be, the life of the party when he was in China, and he wanted to be friendly with the Chinese prime minister or the president. And now you are independent and free. He wants to be independent and free. He doesn't want people to tell him what to do or when or why or how. So, no, it doesn't look good. His health isn't looking good. I'm going to ask him about the fall. Was that the fall? Was that in China? Was the fall in China? I heard he falls a lot. Did he fall in China? Please tell me, because it says the mark on his hand is getting worse, and they're trying to conceal it with the makeup. Please, did he fall in China? Did he fall in China? Please tell me. And then I'll use some oracle cards too. I like to do both. Shuffle this the best I can. Some of these big ones are hard to shuffle. All right. Did he fall in China? I'll do 4. It says, yeah. It says, yeah, he tried to be strong about his health. He's trying to put on a face saying that he's doing okay. And he's taking action. He doesn't want people to know he's weak. He's obsessed. He doesn't want people to know how bad his health is really getting. And he's intolerant of people criticizing his falling or his being hurt. And he's very moody. He has dementia. I did a thing about that. He does have it. I'll do more in the reading on. And he is emotional. Like, he is very moody. He acts like a kid. That's what happens. Your brain, So, yeah, he's very intolerant of people. He yells at them, screams at them. He's trying to restrain his, I think it's sometimes the medicine he's taken is restraining him from getting worse. He's trying to take medicine to restrain him from, say, mad cow disease. And it's slowly changing him. It's not, the medicine isn't working anymore. It's slowly changing him. He hoped it'd get better, but it's not. He's trying to cheat death. He doesn't want to die. He wants to live, he thinks he can live forever. He wants to cheat death and doesn't want, he wants to live together, and he thinks there's going to be slow changes, with his health. His health ain't good. And he's very immature. Like I said, dementia makes you immature. And he's very careless. What he does and what he says is very careless. He says things that aren't appropriate. What he does is inappropriate. So his health is going downhill, and what he says is going downhill. So, yeah. Oh, and I forgot to do 2. 3 wanted to. He thinks your worth. He thinks his worth is okay. He thinks he can take care of himself. And be there. Humble spirit. I guess he thinks he's a good spirit person. I'm getting a lot today on this. Time to heal. He wants to heal himself even though he's in bad shape, and the doctors know that he has limited time. He's surrounded by the doctors and nurses and his staff, so they're surrounding him now. All right, I'm gonna ask his I'll go back. I only have 2. It didn't. I'll ask again. I'll ask him. Is he going to be kicked out of the White House anytime soon because of his health? That's a good question. Is he going to be kicked out because of his health, or they're just going to keep him there until he passes away? Are they going to be keeping him into the White House? That's how I'll ask. Entertainment. Is he going to still be in the White House? Is he going to still be in the White House, or is he going to leave because of his medical? Are they going to? Yeah, they're going to. It says it's. I'll see what it says. There's 4 cards. It says, yeah, but he's exhausted. People are exhausted. He's exhausted because his body is wearing out. I think it is. People are. They're exhausted. It says maybe, but he's exhausted. The people are exhausted to keep him in the White House. You know, they can only do so much of his bad act, the way he's acting. You can, I'll move my chair up closer. Yeah, you can only take so much of his acting, you know, of his abuse and the way he's acting. You can only take so much, you know. And they're trying to protect him because they don't want people to find out the truth about his health. So they're exhausted. They feel like he's destroying the Republican Party. He's destroying his presidency. He's making it worse. It sucks. His presidency is getting worse. So they do want him out. They try to respect him as a leader, and he wants to be a good leader. You know, he's still in the delusion he's a good leader. He still thinks he's a good leader. And he's trying to be strict with them, you know, as much as you can. And he's trying to be strict with the people. And he wants to be in power. You know, he's deluded that he wants to be in power. And he wants to be a father figure to these people, even though he's in bad health. And they think he wants to be a father figure and focus on, you know, what he did by going to China. Wishes can come true. He's hoping they're hoping when he leaves, things will get better. They want him to leave and things will get better. And they're very emotional, you know. They want him out. They don't want him to stay around anymore. He's He's very toxic. I feel like he's very toxic. He's not good to be the president. He's, you know, he's a terrible president because of the way his health is, and they're hiding it from us. And, yeah. And also, he's very unpopular. No one likes him anymore. They know no one likes him anymore. He's getting worse. His health is failing. I keep on saying that, but it's true. His health is not popular. No one wants to respect him. No one respects him anymore. No one likes him anymore. He's a bad person. And they don't have lack of confidence. They don't have any confidence in him. They think he's terrible. He's not good with other countries wanting to start war. When it comes to, I'll ask about the war, Iran. Will he try to make more wars in Iran before he passes? Is he going to really try to wreck our relationship with Israel and other countries? Is he going to really try to destroy us with other countries before he passes away? Because he's headed there right now, I think. I don't really watch the news because it makes me disgusting, but entertainment purposes. But is he going to try to destroy us with other countries before he passes? Please tell me. Is he going to be trying to destroy us in other countries or not? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. He wants us to be happy, you know, before we go, you know, in this relationship with Iran and Pakistan. He wants us in other countries, you know, and also Ukraine and other countries. He wants us to be. He wants to be confident that he'll do a good job being the president before he passes. It says he's trying to be enthusiastic. He's very naive, and with his the mental state he is, and he's naive. He thinks he's doing a good job as the president. He thinks, oh, I'm doing a wonderful job, even though I'm saying wrong things and I'm forcing people to go to war and fighting and stuff. He's very naive. He's very outgoing because he talks. He's very outgoing. He's not an introvert. He's outgoing. And he has limited ideas. He doesn't really know what to do anymore because his mind is going. And there's going to be delays, and he's depressed, because he knows that he has limited time on this earth. He knows he's depressed. He's upset because he knows his health is fading, and fear of the unknown. He's fear of the unknown. He doesn't know what the unknown in the future is with wars and that he threw us in the other countries. It's unknown. He doesn't know what's going to happen because once he starts a war and then if he passes away, he has no control over. We're pretty much screwed. So yeah. And there's few options. Like, what options is he going to do before, because he might not be, able to do it because he's not capable. And there's going to be disharmony before, yeah, it seems like he wants to cause problems. There's disharmony. He wants to cause trouble. He wants to be like Hitler or whatever. He wants to be the one who's in charge and, have the last laugh, I guess. Sad things. And he has few goals. There's not much he can do anymore. I think he has few goals. Maybe he wants to do it. So yeah, he wants to throw all what he can do to the other countries. He's not backing down, which, that entertainment, but that pisses me off that he would want to do. All right, I'm going to ask, is there any other thing? All right, I'm going to ask, I keep on asking this. How long more does he have? Is he going to make it to his 80th birthday? Is he going to make it to his 80th birthday? We'll see. And if that doesn't tell us, we'll ask maybe 2 months, 3 months. Please tell me, is he going to make it to his 80th birthday, Trump? 5 cards. I'll do 5 cards. Yeah, but there's going to be transformation, exit. Maybe he won't be able to go forward. Maybe, what's his name? The vice president, Vance will have to take over. Someone's going to have to take over because it can't keep on going like this because it's going to get worse and worse. He's going to have to change his attitude. His body's changing. It's getting worse. I feel like he's going to try to escape. Maybe he's going to try to leave this earth. And also, he's reflecting about his life. What happened, what he's been put in the people in the United States and the world. He's reflecting his family, the people in the world, and how he's treated them. I think, when people pass over, some people, not saying all people, they reflect on what happened. So I think he's going to do that, and he's going to feel solitude. He wants to be left alone when it's his final time to go. He's going to try to feel comfort and happiness when he knows that's what the cards say. He's trying to be happy. Maybe he'll throw a party, and he wants wish comes true that his family will come together, like when people go, maybe he'll invite them over and they'll say goodbye and discover, like I said, I have this has come a lot in the decks. He's very naive about his death. He thinks and how he's been treating people and how things are going to happen before he dies. He's very naive. He doesn't know that he's treated people poorly. He's been narcissistic, that he doesn't care crap about people. He doesn't care. He's very naive. He doesn't care, and acts like a kid. He doesn't, and And he thinks he's confident that he was a good president. He's naive. He thinks, his mind isn't all there. He thinks he's naive. And there, he's going to be overwhelmed by choices. What's he going to do before he passes away? Is he going to give it to his vice president, Vance, president, sorry, that spooked me, my dog. Yeah, and his feelings aren't, he's not going to feel good when he passes, he's not feeling good. So he's going to, it doesn't say any time when he's going to go. It just says he's not feeling good. So I'm going to ask, is he going to be passing in the next, it says yes, he's going to be passing, but it doesn't say exactly when. I'm going to ask, is he going to be passing? It says yes, he's going to pass, but it doesn't say exactly, on his birthday. So it says yes. Is he going to pass in the next 2 to 3 months? Is he going to pass entertainment? Let's see. If it doesn't tell me, it doesn't, because sometimes things are unknown. Is he going to be passing in the next 2 months? 2 or 3 months. All right, I'll do 5.
Hey, come here.
All right, let's see. He's distracted, about his health and how the presidency went. And he's overwhelmed by choices, made really bad choices in the past. He nags people, he talks behind their back, he's neglect his health, that's the way he, if you neglect your self, like he's overbearing, he says negative things, he's nasty, he neglect his health, he didn't eat healthy food, he ate fast food, he's overweight, he's in real bad shape, he neglected himself. He didn't take care of himself. He doesn't have a trainer. He doesn't have a nutritionist affecting. He's going to reflect on how he made choices about his diet. Maybe toward the end of his life, he's going to reflect on the choices he's made. And he's going to argue with his doctors and other people. He doesn't want to know that he's dying, even though he knows that. He's fighting with other people and staff. He's fearful of a change. His life is ending. He's fearful of dying. He wants to avert disaster. He doesn't want to end death. And he's stuck in a rut. He's stuck in a rut with his health. His health is getting bad, and it's slowing. It's eventually, and he's trying to rest. He feels like there's an inner tornado. His health is getting worse, and he's worried. Anxiety. He's trying to feel optimism. He wants to recover. So it doesn't say it says no, but it says he's in bad shape. But it doesn't say exactly when he's going to die. I'm going to ask one question, and then I'll leave it. Did he wear a brace? I said I would end it, but did he wear a brace? Maybe I'll ask 2 questions, sorry. Did he wear a brace? Is he wearing a brace? I'll ask a couple more. I know I said it. Is he wearing a brace? Please tell me. I know I just have questions that came in my head. Is he wearing a brace? He wants to wear it to make him strong. He doesn't want to feel, not in good shape anymore. He wants to be strong. He wants to be what he was like when he was 30 and 40, not when he was 79. And he wants to take action. He wants to prolong his life. He's obsessed with dying. He doesn't want to die. He's obsessed that he wants to live a long life. He's very moody. He's pissed off at people. When you get Alzheimer's or dementia, whatever, dementia, he gets moody. He acts like a child. He's intolerant of other people. And He wants a new beginning. I think he's trying to cheat death. He wants to cheat death by taking all the medicine he's taking, and try to live a life that he wants to. And, that's what the cards say. A new beginning. Maybe, with death coming, there's going to be a new beginning. And he's confused because of his, his mind is, going, and he's confused. And he's detached to people. He's not close to people anymore. He's detached. He says real things that aren't, that people don't want to hear and say. Like I keep on saying, he acts like a kid. So he's detached to people. He's not too close to them anymore. They're probably, okay. I'm going to ask, is he wearing one of those, Depends. Is he wearing one of those diapers or Depends? Please tell me. Is he wearing a Depend? I'll do four cards. Four cards. It says, he's lose grief. He knows that his body functions aren't working anymore. He can't, he can't go to the bathroom. He has an accident, so he is. He's grieving. He feels lonely and sad. His time is going. His wife, Ivana, is much younger, and he's upset that he's going to be dying. So he wants to be the one in control. He doesn't like other people being in control. He's very vengeful against people who are trying to tell him what to do. He wanted to be educating people more. He wanted to get along with people, and he's a very perfectionist person. He doesn't like people telling what to do. He likes to be the one in charge, and he wants to be fearless, even though he's dying. He's very competitive. He thinks he's still a fast thinker. So, his health is bad. Yep, his health. Okay, I asked if there's anything else. Let me ask, let me think. I asked if there's anything. Oh, are they really building that hospital underneath? Are they building a hospital underneath for him? Is that going to work? Is people going to, is that going to happen? Or is they going to say, no way? Are they going to put a stop to that and say, ain't going to happen. We're not going to build a hospital. I'll do 4 cards. They think it's disorganized. They don't like the idea of it. They think it's a failure. They don't like the idea. They think it's a failure. They think people are losing money. I don't know if it's the taxpayers would have to pay for it. Lack of planning. They think it's a terrible plan. They don't like the idea of it. They want to prepare for it, though. They want it to go through, and they want him to be a good leader to do it. And if he can't, we'll find someone else. And they think it's a foresight. They want to go forward and do it. They fear the anxiety that people will be pissed off if they find out that it's not going to be a dining room. It's going to be a hospital, a bunker for Trump. They'll be fearful that people will be pissed and angry. And they're lying about it. It's not really a dining room. It's a bunker. It's a hospital. They're fearful that people will be pissed off. That's what it says. And they're confused that people will be pissed off and angry that they lied to people about it. And the relationship with people will be, they want harmony in the relationship with people building the bunker. They want people us to get along with the idea of it. They want us to have a good relationship with the idea of doing. They're going to do they want to do it, but people are pissed off. They don't want they think it's a risky behavior and they don't like. So they don't want the bunker hospital for Trump. They think it's a waste of money. They think it's risky behavior. They think it's wrong. So Into my next video, like I say, I might make other videos about Trump or other subjects on tarot reading or other things, maybe a review on movies and other subjects. Until my next video, take care and bye.